Hi, welcome to Fantasy Booms and Busts Week 9. My name's CJ Galino.
And I'm Sam Bloomquist. What do you think about this week, CJ?
Sam, I really don't like Tom Brady, and that's probably going to surprise a lot of people. But the reason I don't like him is he's going against the Steelers, and the Steelers have a top 5 pass defense. Brady has not been the usual Tom Brady that we're used to. He's not putting up those consistent numbers that he always has. In the last 4 games, he has only 2 touchdown passes with 4 interceptions. That coupled with the Steelers' healthy and thrived secondary, I don't see him putting up big numbers.
I agree with you there, CJ. It's definitely a different Tom Brady than we're used to. And he's not putting up a lot of fantasy points at all this entire season, and I don't see him doing that this week either. Somebody I do think you should start at quarterback this week is Andy Dalton against the Miami Dolphins. Andy is on a hot streak right now, and he's thrown at least 325 yards and 3 touchdowns in his last 3 games. And most of this isn't even to his top receiver, A.J. Green. He's really spreading the ball around to all of his receivers, and he's getting Andrew Hawkins back, a very talented young receiver. And you might be able to catch the end of his streak this week when they play Miami.
Yeah, I agree with you a lot there. I think Andy Dalton is a very improved and matured quarterback, and he's really putting up veteran numbers this year. And the Cincinnati Bengals have really surprised a lot of people with the numbers they're putting up, but I think that has to do a lot with Dalton. Someone who I do like, which might surprise a lot of people, is Darren McFadden. McFadden is very inconsistent, and he gives a lot of fantasy owners some serious headaches. He's hot, he's not, no one really knows. He's the definition of a boom or bust, but lately he's been a boom. He's coming off a game with 2 touchdowns, and McFadden's too good to not ride the wave. So he's coming off a hot game, you put him in the lineup, he's going to get his carries, and you see what he can do.
I agree with you there. Darren McFadden has always been just a terrible person to have on your team because he's either going to do great on your bench or he's going to do horrible in your starting lineup. But recently, he's definitely been putting up numbers to earn a spot in your starting lineup for the next couple of weeks. Somebody I don't like, surprisingly, is Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller is playing Cincinnati, and they are a very good defense this season. And he's either a boom or bust every week, too. He'll score 3 points or he'll score 13 points on and off every week. And Lamar Miller has yet to have a breakout game where he'll score a lot of yardage or a lot of touchdowns. So I don't really see him doing that this week against Cincinnati's great defense.
Lamar Miller's another one that can give some serious headaches. Him and Darren Sproles, I think, are the 2 most talented, inconsistent running backs in the NFL. They have breakout weeks, then they do absolutely nothing. It's kind of hard to tell, and I wouldn't play him this week. Someone who I do like is Greg Jennings. Although Greg Jennings hasn't scored a touchdown since week 4, I think it's a smart play considering he's playing Dallas. Dallas is a very poor secondary, and Greg Jennings is still a viable number 1 receiver. He's going to get the ball, and I think he's going to be able to penetrate Dallas' secondary for a couple scores and maybe over 100 yards this week.
I can't say I agree with you on that one, though, CJ, because Greg Jennings hasn't been his old self that we were used to seeing on the Packers. And with Christian Ponder throwing you the ball instead of Aaron Rodgers, it's really been different for Greg Jennings, and I don't see him having a very good week against Dallas. But a Dallas receiver I do like is Terrence Williams. Terrence has scored in the last 4 games. He's a really good wide receiver 3 option, and Minnesota has given up the 8th most points to wide receivers this season. Tony Romo has definitely showed that he wants to throw the ball because their running game is sort of suffering, and he's been able to throw the ball consistently throughout all of his games, especially against Denver, where he threw the ball all the way up to the last 4th quarter. And Terrence was really involved on any of those touchdowns. So I say start Terrence Williams this week.
The thing about Terrence Williams is he's been a big surprise for fantasy owners. He's having a breakout season right now. He is a good wide receiver 3. I would consider putting him in your flex, or if your wide receiver has a bye week, I definitely think Williams is a viable fit. Someone who I don't like is T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton is going to get a lot of targets, especially with Reggie Wayne out. The thing about that is I just don't think he's ready to step up this week against such a great secondary in Houston. The Texans are struggling, but one thing they could do is stop the pass. They have the number 1 pass defense in the NFL, and I think with Kareem Jackson and Jonathan Joseph taking turns on T.Y. Hilton and locking him out, I don't think Andrew Luck's going to be able to get him the ball.
Yes, but with those 2 covering T.Y. Hilton and Denarius Hayward-Bay, somebody that Andrew Luck is going to be looking to this week is Coby Fleener. Even though Houston has such a great secondary, Andrew Luck's going to need someone to throw to, and Coby Fleener is going to be the most open. And with Case Keenum starting at quarterback this week for Houston, he's going to make several rookie mistakes, and the Indianapolis Colts are going to get a lot of time on offense. So Andrew Luck's going to need some help from his tight end this week.
I agree. I think Fleener's a good option if your tight end's on a bye. So I do agree with you that the Texans are going to make some mistakes, and Luck is going to be able to capitalize, and they're going to have a lot of time possession on offense. So I think Fleener could be effective. Well, that does it this week for Fantasy Booms and Bucks. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one, folks.